dynamite, yo, rip up the bass.
Forced.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the 2022 Oscatch World Cup. Round of 32, I'm JB Hyperion, joined for this next block of matches by Elux. How are you doing today, good sir?
Doing great. Bit nervous, my first CWC appearance while actually playing instead of commentating today, but can't wait. Looking forward to the matches that we have up ahead.
Yeah, we got a cracker to start things off. Belgium versus Poland, two of the closest teams in the seeding that we saw. And I think if any match was a tiebreaker potential, this is certainly a contender.
I would have to agree, JBH. Belgium placed 14th in qualifiers, with Poland not far behind, placing 19th. There are a couple maps that Poland outscored Belgium on, but for the most part, Belgium was looking like the clear favorites so far in this matchup.
Yeah, Poland's new players, Trigon and Moors, performed really, really well, better than we could have ever anticipated new players to perform. But their more veteran players of Leku and Boba didn't quite kind of perform up to the standard we may be expecting, which put them in the bottom half of the draw. If they can up their game, then there could be a really, really close test for Belgium.
And looking at how Belgium did in the qualifiers, they had the edge around hidden, and it kind of went both ways with double time, so I would expect to see Belgium trying to go get a few points in hidden right off the bat.
Yeah, without Fob, Poland's hidden ability has been a little bit reduced compared to previous years. Still a reasonably strong team in hidden, but Hard Rock I think is a bit more their speed. Looks like double time is being completely eradicated. Poland obviously deciding they wanted to ban first and getting rid of Feel Special, DT2. For their part, Belgium taking out DT3, Happy Time. So yeah, a lot of speed has been taken away. So pretty much just the one map left in that pool, Wizard's Tower, a kind of very speed heavy but small movement double time pick.
And with both teams banning double time, it makes you think if DT1 is going to be a toss-up.
Yeah, you were saying that Belgium were the stronger hidden team, but Poland not really feeling the need to ban it, so obviously they're not kind of feeling that Belgium are too far ahead on hidden, that it's potentially a coin flip, and they can maybe sneak a point in here on hidden. As I said, they are reasonably strong still in that mod. I'm just going to wait and see what Belgium's first pick is going to be. Nomod 2, so Peer Gint is going to be first up. So the kind of lower BPM but quite technical Nomod specific. Lots of wiggles, some high slider velocity and strong hyper dashes. Very interesting map.
Interesting indeed. It's my favorite custom map in the pool, actually. I find it to be unique without trying hard to be unique, if that makes sense.
Yeah, so when Niam, one of our custom mappers, created this, it was probably a little bit harder than we would have liked for the round of 32 pool to begin with, but we managed, with obviously kind of his kind of hard work, to get it down to a state where it was fitting for the difficulty without kind of erasing the identity of the map, because we all loved the map. We just felt like, hey, this is a bit too hard, so can you maybe turn it down from 11 to maybe like 9 or 10? And he's done a really good job with it. So I hope that this, and obviously a lot of the custom maps that we have for this tournament, get pushed afterwards, after the tournament, so more people can enjoy them. But we're getting right underway. Both teams not hanging about. Good to see. Quinton, Jind, and Jess playing for Team Belgium in this first one. Bobber, Trigon, and Leku on the side of Team Poland. Good luck, have fun to both teams. Love to see lots of support in the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for.
First 100 combo down, and all 6 players holding a double S so far. Nothing much to be said, all tied up.
Yeah, some of the interesting slider shapes that this map gives makes double S quite a bit more impressive than on some of the more kind of flowy standard mapping styles.
And everyone ended up hitting that hyper tick. Trigon was the first one to drop some ACK, but Zend is going to be the first one to find a miss, followed by Jez.
Yeah, both dropping right at the end of the Ki section there. Coming into that slow section, kind of, you don't have to focus too much on the map, so it plays on your mind that you've kind of missed not an easy section, but yeah, that's going to be a little bit of a mental drain for Belgium, so hopefully they can come back from that. But Poland looking really strong right still. Bobber and Leku both still holding that double S. I mentioned before the stream that they didn't really perform as well as they probably would have liked in qualifiers, and they had a point to prove. So far, looking like they're doing that with about a third of the map still to go, as Jessa misses once again.
Couple more misses being found on the side of Belgium, as Zend and Jessa seem to be struggling a little bit, as Leku is the first one to drop on the side of Poland, but Belgium is going to need a lot more than that.
Yeah, no triple FC to begin for Poland, but otherwise this has gone pretty much as perfectly as they would have wanted. Belgium first picking this Nomod 2, obviously feeling fairly confident. Quinton with the double S doing really good work for Team Belgium, but the rest of their team unfortunately not quite able to keep up. So Quinton does take the honours with the double S, but Boba and Trigon also FCing on the side of Poland. So they're going to be winning this one by a little over 200,000 points. So we have an immediate break point with Belgium losing their first pick on Peer Gynt 2.
And Poland wasting no time at all, wanting to keep this momentum going straight into Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, I kind of thought that Hard Rock was going to be where they went to straight away. Very strong Hard Rock team. Been playing the mod for a very long time. We saw there Jian saying sorry, nerves, but that's very typical of like your first match, especially in a tournament as large as the World Cup, when your very first match after qualifiers is against a team of Poland's caliber. Even if you do have the seeding advantage, doesn't mean anything.
We see some substitutions coming in. AutoLS Fanboy and Cape Noob coming in for Belgium, and Skylia coming in for Poland with Cosmit.
Yeah, Cosmit's coming as well, yeah. So 2 swaps on each side, Quinton and Leku remaining for their respective teams.
Will Belgium be able to answer back with a breakpoint of their own, or will Poland be able to make this a 2-0 match?
Yeah, that is a good question. You kind of feel with how evenly matched these two teams are that if one team gets an early run and wins several points in a row, it might just give them so much confidence to run away with the match entirely. But if it balances back and forth where one team breaks and then the other team breaks back, then nerves could play a massive factor for both sets of players.
And it would appear that Belgium has a slight score advantage due to that first spinner. Cake Noob being the first one to find some accuracy drop, but all 6 players still FCing as we get into that first 200 combo mark.
That accuracy drop alone has ever so slightly swung the lead into Poland's favour though. It's a very, very minimal amount, but with a kind of fairly standard, not too like edge dash heavy or kind of memory jump heavy Hard Rock map in Light Up My Love, this Hard Rock 1. If both teams kind of progress to the end here with this, then it could be a very tiny victory, and that would be really bad news for the mental state of Belgium.
Through as Cake Noob found a few more droplet misses, slowly inching that score lead to the side of Poland.
There's only a third of this map left to go. I mean, it's not a short map, but it's not particularly dense either, so combo doesn't play as much of a factor.
And
Cosmic with the drop though.
Ooh, at the end, you hate to see drops at the end when your team is triple FCing.
As long as 2 players don't miss from Belgium here, they should have this one wrapped up. Spinner at the end might allow Poland to gain some score back, but nah, it's good. 66,000 points, the difference. And Belgium, as we said, do immediately break back. Leku and Skyly are both double S-ing. AutoLS Fanboy and Quinton doing the same on Team Belgium, but unfortunately, that miss from Cosmit with about 100 to go swung the difference. So, anyone's game still, and Belgium also wasting no time at all. They're going for Hidden now. Hidden 2 coming out.
And
that's going to be a long fall.
Appear that both teams know exactly what they want to pick with each other.
Yeah, I think both of these teams, and especially Bobber and Quinton, the 2 captains, are players that strategize quite heavily. They have plans within plans. They know exactly who's going to be playing what, how to counter every kind of variety of pick. And that is a way that allows them to compete with some of the best teams, despite maybe not having the same caliber of players individually, is that they play really well as a team and they know how to capitalize on opponents' mistakes.
And if there's any Final Fantasy XIV players watching the stream, you know exactly where this song is from. A Long Fall, the Twinning. Personally, my favorite song in the pool, and I know it's Trosk's as well. Quentin, Seen, and Jessa for Belgium. Bobber, Trigon, and Leku for Poland. Let's see how Poland can do on this low AR hidden without Fob.
Yeah, Trigon coming in for hidden is no surprise at all. Guys are really good at lower approach rates. So a couple of wigglers, a couple of standstills. You can stand still at the beginning and still catch everything, but wiggling is more swag, so I give you more virtual points if you wiggle.
Ooh, and Trigon's gonna drop at that first hyper dash, giving Belgium slight lead as Jessa drops as well. That's gonna kind of balance out the score a little bit. Both misses were before that 200 combo mark, so plenty of maps still to go.
Yeah, max combo on this is only just a bit below 700 though, so any kind of miss near the middle and it's really difficult to build that combo back up before the map actually ends. You can see Poland have now taken the lead back as Trigon hits that combo cap. Jessa is going to be just a little bit behind, but the score difference is so minimal as we come towards halfway. Jessa going to drop again though, right as they get to 200 combo. That's really unfortunate.
And Leku is going to trade that drop.
That's actually going to keep the score difference still so close when they eventually build back up. But any further misses from really any player, and it could swing it irrevocably in the other team's direction, because there isn't that much time left. Leku dropping on that large dash chain though, but Xien's missing as well.
And Leku is going to drop again as Jessa gets up to that 200 combo mark. Score is swinging in favor of Belgium.
Yeah, Leku not having a great time right now. Belgium have just been perfectly placed to capitalize on, unfortunately, his mistakes. If their players can all keep holding now, they should take this one, but there's really not much time left. A miss has to come now for let Poland back into this one.
And unfortunately for Poland, that miss is not going to come as Belgium winning their pick, making it 2-1.
So we had 2 break points, and Belgium have got their own pick on the board, now leading 2-1. Double S coming out of Bobber and Quinton. Jend with the 1 miss, Jessa 2. Trigon with a couple misses right at the very beginning, but Leku, unfortunately, the difference maker. But not phased. Bobber immediately. Mixed Mod 1 is coming up next, so get to see some more Mixed Mod. Or is this no mod? A little bit of confusion here. I think they've chosen Mixed Mod 1, which would be Mapletown Memories. We're just going to get a confirmation on that. Well, hold on.
It would appear that it is Mixed Mod 1 as Bobber and Quinton both are reclarifying that they want Mixed Mod.
Mixed Mod's still a little bit confusing to all of us. First time we've seen it in the Catch World Cup this year. But yeah, it is going to be Mixed Mod 1, Mapletown Memories. So, quick introduction to Mixed Mod for anybody new. It's kind of like the free mod bracket that you may have seen in some other tournaments before, where you can choose between no mod, hidden, and hard rock. But unlike free mod, you can only have each player playing one mod. You can't have like everyone running hard rock to try and get a better score. So we'll have one no-mod player, one hidden player, and one hard rock player who can optionally take hidden for no extra score bonus if they so wish.
And barring any substitutions, it looks like it's going to be Auto Ellis Fanboy, Shin, and Quentin for Belgium, Skylia, Trigon, and Bobber for Poland.
Yeah, the players have shuffled around a little bit in the lobby. See, some of them are still kind of playing from the previous map but have moved into different slots. Hopefully they're being very kind to us and are going to be playing kind of opposing mod positions on the team, so maybe the hard rock players will both be at the top, hidden players on the sides potentially. We'll see in a second. There was some discussion about that this morning, which I think would be very helpful.
And I do believe that is going to be the case, JBH.
Oh, thank you. You guys are so helpful. So, AutoLS Fanboy and Skylia on the top, both playing hard rock. Jiend and Trigon on the left, on the lower, both playing hidden. And then Quinton and Bob are going to be playing no mod on the bottom right.
Ooh, and Quentin is going to be the first one to drop in that kind of dense wiggle section. However, it was before that 200 combo mark with plenty of maps still to go.
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting pick for like the mixed mod bracket. Quinton just not quite dashing a little bit for that little tap there. It's a swing heavy rhythm song, so you'd think that no mod would be kind of like overly easy and hard rock and hidden where all the difficulty is. But there's a lot of wiggling, small tap dashes, direction changes and rhythm changes as well that still make no mod quite challenging and require a little bit of focus. So Quinton maybe a little bit burnt out from having to play all of the previous 3 picks. Skylia are going to be dropping there for hard rock though. Sorry, continue.
I was going to say that's actually huge as Quentin gets up to that 200 combo mark. But Auto Ellis Fanboy is going to drop as well, trading that hard rock miss.
Yeah, so whilst in the previous maps we've been looking at, obviously everyone's playing the same mod, everyone's getting the same score. Hard rock has a 1.12 times multiplier. So one hard rock miss is obviously not going to be equal to, say, one no mod or one hidden miss.
Both players recovering nicely to 200 combo. But right now, score advantage in favor of Poland by about low
75,000?
Yeah, about 75,000.
So they can see in this break that Poland have the advantage. There's not that much of the map left to go, but there is one kind of dense, tricky section coming up here with some streams and a lot more wiggling. This is going to be especially punishing for the hard rock players. But everyone holding really nicely, but Jiend is going to miss though, which drives the gap even further. AutoLS Fanboy doing the same. Bobber's going to trade a miss, but I don't think that alone is going to be enough. Poland are running away with this one.
Quentin found a miss at the end, same with Bobber, and unfortunately for Belgium, Poland is taking this. So far the score is 2-2. Possibly our first tiebreaker?
Yeah, Trigon the only FC there. Definitely bringing a fight back. Didn't perform quite so well on the straight hidden pick that we saw earlier, but now definitely showing why he is a master of hidden. Quinton, like wasting no time once again, double time 1. These picks are coming so thick and fast right now. The only double time left available in the pool after both teams banned 1, Wizard's Tower.
And in the qualifiers pool, Belgium had the score advantage over Poland in DT1. However, Poland outscored Belgium in DT2. So, guess you can kind of say this is going to be the best 2 out of 3 matchup here with that.
Verti suggesting Poland mapper buff. Verti, one of our custom mappers for this year's CWC. From hailing from Poland. Thank you again very much to Verti and all of the map pooling team for making these great custom maps for CWC. Boba looks like he's going to be moving Cosmit onto the team. First time we've seen them appear. Well, at least in a little while.
Gonna be Auto LS Fanboy, Quinton, and Cake Noob for Belgium, Skylia, Leku, and Cosmit for Poland. So far, 2-2. Possible tiebreaker. Tiebreaker hype, not just yet, but it's still possible. Both teams seeming to be very evenly matched.
Yeah, both teams breaking once and winning their own pick once, so 2-all, with potentially 5 maps still to play, 4 more after this one.
And
Just gonna sync everyone up.
Leku being the only one choosing that hidden modifier with double time.
Yeah, this approach rate 8.3 goes up to 9.9 with double time. A lot faster than we're used to seeing in early stages of CWC. AR8 is kind of a comfortable double time approach rate for most people who are at least a little bit familiar with the mod, but 8.3 a little bit more punishing as Leku sees an early drop just after that 200 combo mark. The density of this map does at least allow you to build combo back up fairly quickly, as long as you kind of don't string lots of misses together in a row. But Belgium currently sitting at about a 40,000 point lead at the halfway mark. Even this calm section is not particularly straightforward. Lots of stop-start motions to take into consideration. 1/3 of the map still to play as things are building back up nicely. Still 2 double S's on the side of Team Belgium, Autoless Fanboy and Quinton. Cosmit the only double S on the side of Poland, but Skylayer still holding onto that FC, as is Cake Noob from Belgium.
And Auto LS is gonna drop on the side of Belgium. Will it be enough for Poland to get back into this though?
Leku missed just after 200 combo, so it is going to bring them very closely back together. It's a spinner battle for the win!
And Poland inched it out at the end with the spinner.
That is a 1,300 point victory for Team Poland. Wow! That's a fantastic spin from Cosmit at the end there. Really, really well played.
And good job by Leku, recovering nicely after that initial miss. Seemed to not get shaken up at all by it. And Poland wanted Mixed Mod 1? Well, now they want Mixed Mod 2, as Bopper comes in with their pick, just instantly back to back to back with these picks, wasting no time at all on either side.
Yeah, so same rules apply, 1 no mod, 1 hidden, 1 hard rock, but this one is very, very different from Mixed Mod 1 that we saw. It's a converted difficulty from OS mode, so you'll see a lot different rhythms and patterns. The BPM is much, much lower. Circle size is higher at 4, so 5.2, very comfortable hard rock circle size. And approach rate is slightly lower, 8.7, which makes hidden a little bit more challenging for reading.
And as of right now, does not appear to be any substitutions for either team. Unless I looked away and they quickly made substitutions.
I think Skylayer's come back in for Leku, but I think that might be the only one. Here we go then. Game number 6. Poland currently leading 3-2. Best of 9, so 2 more wins required for Poland and 3 for Team Belgium. And the players have made things just a tiny bit easier for us, putting both hidden players in the center and both no mods on the edges this time. As Autoless Fanboy going to be an early drop right before that 200 combo mark with Hard Rock. You can see there's a lot more focus on kind of stop-starting motions. With Hard Rock, that's a little bit difficult because the approach rate is so high. We see a double miss on Hidden there from Trigon and GN. GN missing once again in this kind of dense, like, slider to note section. That's going to put Poland in the lead.
Halfway through our pick, so far Quinten the only one on Belgium with a full combo, as Auto LS Fanboy just misses again, followed by Shind and Auto LS Fanboy. Trigon building back up to 200 combo. Skylia and Bobber holding strong though with a double FC on the side of Poland.
Yeah, Skylia's double S on Hard Rock is really, really big because of that mod multiplier giving more score.
And Shind seemed to be slightly moving a little bit too early on this section, and Quinten drops and there's no more full combos on the side of Belgium.
Yeah, both Quinten and GN moving just a little bit too slowly, maybe struggling a little bit to adapt to the slower approach rate, thinking they need to go faster than they do. And the BPM is of course way, way lower as well, down at 128. So it is very easy to just dash away from slider tails and things a little bit too quickly. We do see misses from Trigon and Skylia there, so a little bit of a dent in the potential score for Poland. Bobber still holding on to that FC though, and they have such a massive lead. No chance back in for Belgium here, and it's match point now for Team Poland, 4-2.
And what looked like both teams just gonna be trading blows was instantly stopped as Poland started taking a commanding 4-2 lead here as we approach match point.
So all match long, we've seen them rapidly picking, knowing exactly what they want to do next. Now perhaps Quinten and Belgium have to think a little bit, because any wrong move here, any point that Poland take between now and the end of the match is game over for them. What's still available? There's plenty of no mods still available. I believe Hidden 1 is also available, and Hard Rock 2. So we've got no mod converts, we've got a long consistency based specific with Hidden, or we've got a Hard Rock convert. Those are the 4 choices available to the players.
Ooh, and Quinten and Belgium are going to choose Nomad 3 as their pick.
That's a really interesting decision from them, because this is the CS5, like quite short, a little bit streamy Nomad pick. I think that Hidden 1 and Nomad 4 are both long consistency maps, and maybe they feel that they're not quite playing at a level where they can maintain high consistency. So maybe they're just going to try and pray for a burstier, kind of shorter pick that they have a more realistic chance of FCing.
Substitutions underway as we see Jessa coming in on Belgium, Leku coming in for Poland, and Cosmet going to be that third player for Poland. So far have yet to see a tiebreaker this
Yeah,
weekend.
we've yet to come even remotely close to a tiebreaker. This right here is the closest that we've come to a tiebreaker right now, because of our 6 previous matches, only 2 opposition points have been scored. So 2 5-1s and 4 5-0s. Kind of to be expected in round of 32, because we're pitching like the first and second seeded teams against the 31st and the 32nd. But this being one of the closer ones, we're still hoping, without too much bias, of course, for a comeback, just because we want to see that tiebreaker.
At the first break point of the map, all players, seeing that they're all holding full combos, 200 combo mark so far. No one looking shaky or anything, but Auto LS is gonna find the first miss. Skylia was the first act drop.
Yeah, getting caught out by that far dash after a little micromanaging wiggle. Jessa overshooting that stream as well. This is not good news for Team Belgium.
And Poland, as we approach the halfway point, see that this is their map to lose. They are in full control of their destiny right now.
You can tell the nerves and pressure of the only remaining FC on the team getting to Quinton there, just dashing a little bit too quickly on that double kick slider section. Barring a catastrophe for Team Poland, this looks like it's going to be their match to lose. Going to be taking this one 5-2 most likely, as Quinton drops once again.
And all 3 Polish players not letting that match point nerves get to them at all, looking strong as we're closing out our match, and Poland is going to win this 5-2.
Yeah, Poland not having the greatest of qualifiers, but definitely having woken up now as we come into the knockout stages. Really, really solid triple FC for them, putting a statement on it with Cosmit and Leku scoring that double S. Skylia, I think, with just the 1 droplet miss. Belgium, 1, 2, and 2 misses respectively. Not a bad performance by them at all, but shows that seeding is not everything, and unfortunately for Belgium, their streak of encountering and losing to Team Poland in multiple previous editions of the World Cup continues. So Poland will be the first team to beat a team of a higher seed. They're going to stay in the winner's bracket. Belgium down to the loser's bracket. We'll obviously see them again next week. But that's GG. Well done to all the players.
Have yet to see a tiebreaker. Holding my breath. Holding my breath. I want to see one before the weekend ends.
Well,
I
there
at
are
least
still
want to see one.
there are still plenty of matches to be played. So hopefully we'll get another chance later on. Just because we kind of prophesized that this was a potential tiebreaker match is definitely not meaning that it is the only one where that might be the case. So do kind of keep your tinfoil hats on. Pray for some more tiebreaker hype in future games.
I will go sacrifice some apples and bananas to our fruit-catching gods for a tiebreaker.
But there you go. There are your winners. Team Blue, Poland, on screen. Congratulations to them. And in just a second, we will have the schedule for the rest of the round of 32 up for you. There it is. Perfect timing. So you can see Korea versus Portugal, the number 2 seed versus the number 31 seed, coming up in about 25 minutes from now. And then we've got a huge block a little bit after that, with 4 matches going on simultaneously. Italy versus the Netherlands, Indonesia, Malaysia, Australia, Vietnam, also could be a very close one, and Taiwan versus debutants Turkey, all coming up at 1 p.m. UTC.
I'm interested to see how that Indonesia-Malaysia match is going to go, personally.
Yep. Okay, so with 25 minutes to spare, we'll leave you with some lovely tunes, courtesy of our wonderful featured artists. Elux and I will be back in about kind of 25 minutes again, ready to take you through the next match, which, as we said, is South Korea versus Portugal. So don't go too far. Please do feel free to stretch, have some drink, have some food, go outside if it's nice weather. Got to get that fresh air, touch some grass. And we'll be back with you very, very soon. Don't forget, if you want to support the tournament, now is a perfect chance to buy yourself a banner for any one of these 32 teams that have reached the knockout stage through qualifiers to display on your profile. They look fabulous. And of course, you'll be supporting the World Cup and the game in general, helping us make these events even more awesome than they are already. So do check that out. Thank you, Puffbuck, for putting the link in the chat. Everyone go there if you have a little bit of change to spare. And closing thoughts on that is obviously well done to Poland, commiserations to Belgium, and we'll see you back very, very soon.